Have you ever had your heart broken and wondered why the pain lingers for so long? Or maybe you've chased success so relentlessly that when you finally got it, it felt empty? What if I told you that the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, not just some cold, emotionless mindset, could actually transform not only how you deal with pain, but how you love, how you connect, and how you thrive in today's chaotic world? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover 5 unexpected benefits of Stoicism that could quite literally change your love life, your relationships, your peace of mind, and even how people perceive you. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Path to Peace, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future content that helps you live a calmer, wiser life. And seriously, watch till the end. One of these benefits is the reason my last relationship survived the most difficult year of my life. All right, let me take you back to a moment that cracked me wide open. 2 years ago, I was standing in the pouring rain. Yes, cliché, I know, but there I was, soaked, angry, and completely lost. The person I loved more than anything had just walked out of my life. No explanation, just silence. I spiraled. I overthought every word, every glance, every argument. I went from blaming them to blaming myself. The pain was sharp and I was drowning in it. That was the moment I stumbled upon a quote by Marcus Aurelius. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." I didn't realize it then, but that quote would mark the beginning of a journey into Stoicism that would change everything. And along that journey, I discovered 5 unexpected benefits. Benefits no one talks about. Benefits that don't just make you mentally tough, but deeply alive. Let's start with the first. 1. Stoicism makes you more emotionally available, not less. This sounds backwards, right? Stoicism is all about suppressing emotions, isn't it? No, that's a huge misconception. When I started journaling using Stoic prompts, asking myself, what is in my control? And what story am I telling myself? I began to notice something strange. I wasn't numbing out. I was actually feeling more, but this time it wasn't chaotic. It was clear. I could express love without clinging. I could feel sadness without falling apart. And that made me a better partner, a better friend, and honestly, a better human. Because when you're no longer afraid of your emotions, you can finally show up fully, vulnerably, authentically. Stoicism taught me that managing emotions doesn't mean shutting them down. It means holding them in your hands without letting them control your actions. Imagine how different your relationships would be if you could do that. Imagine how different you would be. 2. Stoicism trains you to be mysteriously attractive. Here's the thing. Most people are chaotic, emotionally reactive, pulled by every opinion, every message, every fear. But a Stoic walks into a room with calm, stillness, centered energy. There's this scene I remember, standing in a circle at a party, people laughing, complaining about their jobs, talking over each other. I was just listening, grounded, fully present, not needing to prove anything, not needing to chase approval. And you know what happened? People started leaning in, literally. Someone told me later, there's something about you. You seem unshakable. That's Stoicism. It gives you this gravitational pull, not because you're trying to be impressive, but because you're at peace. And in a world full of noise and ego, that's magnetic. This benefit surprised me the most, because I didn't change my clothes, my hair, or my Instagram. I changed my inner state, and that changed how people felt around me. 3. Stoicism helps you fall in love without losing yourself. Ever fallen so deeply for someone that you forgot who you were? I have. I made someone my entire world, texted back instantly, changed my schedule to fit theirs, compromised on things I cared about. I thought that was love, but it was dependency. Enter Epictetus, who wrote, "When you kiss your child, say to yourself, tomorrow he may die." Dark? Maybe, but it's a reminder that everything and everyone is impermanent. That doesn't mean you don't love deeply. It means you love wisely. Stoicism helped me stop clinging and start cherishing. I could be in love without the fear of losing it. I could show up fully while still staying grounded in who I was. And that made me less reactive, less needy, more intentional. It shifted love from being about possession to presence. And that kind of love, that's rare and powerful. 4. Stoicism makes pain useful. We all suffer. Breakups, betrayals, disappointments, they're inevitable. But Stoicism turns pain into fuel. After that breakup I mentioned earlier, I could have just stayed bitter. But instead, I asked myself the classic Stoic question: how is this happening for me? Not to me. And I started to see it. The patterns I kept repeating, the wounds I hadn't healed, the illusions I was attached to. That pain became a teacher. It pushed me to grow, to question, to rebuild. Now I journal after every tough experience. What did I learn? What did it show me about myself? How will I move forward differently? This reframing changed how I see failure, rejection, even loss. It doesn't make the pain go away, but it gives it purpose. And that makes you dangerous in the best way, because you can take any hit, any heartbreak, and alchemize it. 5. Stoicism opens the door to real freedom. Here's the twist. The biggest benefit of Stoicism isn't just about surviving better. It's about living freer. The Stoics weren't just trying to be tough. They were trying to be free. Free from attachments that control you. Free from fears that hold you back. Free from the ego that screams more, more, more. Once I internalized that, everything shifted. I stopped chasing approval. I stopped comparing my path to others. I even walked away from a job that was making me money but killing my soul. Why? Because I realized I was already enough. Right now, with less. Stoicism gives you the clarity to choose your values over validation, purpose over popularity, peace over pressure. And that freedom, that's rare, that's power. Let me bring you back to that rainy night. Me heartbroken, angry, alone. If someone had told me back then that Stoicism would not only help me heal, but help me love better, lead better, live freer, I would have laughed. But here we are, and if you've made it this far in the video, you're already on the path. You've already felt it. That whisper inside saying there's a better way to live. So take this to heart. You don't have to numb yourself to find peace. You don't have to give up love to find strength. You don't have to be emotionless to be stoic. True stoicism is about embracing life fully, with eyes wide open and heart intact. If this video gave you something to think about, or even just a moment of peace, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to Path to Peace for more stoic insights and real-life wisdom, and share this with someone who might be going through it right now. They'll thank you later. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.